Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Remerukewe and thank you for watching Sincherok. On today's video, we'll be making this beautiful bubu dress using Duchess fabric and Aso Oke. The bubu dress that you see on the screen, that is what we are going to use as an illustration for this dress. I'll be using this applique to design the neck of the dress and the design that we'll be having on the chest. Please guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. God bless you. To our new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing, and for our old subscribers, thank you so much guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Okay guys, let's begin. Before you begin, fold your fabric into 4 places. Okay, so after folding it into 4 places, you leave 2-inch allowance for your slit in the front. So that is why we left 2-inch allowance from the beginning of the dress down to the end. Okay, so we'll stitch it and close it, then we are going to open this part. It's going to be this, it's going to be like this. Okay, so you iron it and it's going to come out like this. So let's insert our horizontal and vertical lines. You take your tape now and you start from your bust and your waist, then your hip, then you roll it down to where you want the dress to stop. For the bust, you divide your bust by 6 plus 1.5. Mine is 9, so I'm going to mark 9 inches. So for the waist, I'll be using 17, then I'll mark 17 inches. Then for the hip, I'll be using 26 inches. Insert your shoulder first before inserting your neck measurement. Okay, how deep you want your neck to be. So I'm using 16 inches for my shoulder. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Then I'll come in by 3 inches. Then I'll come down by 2.5 inches and connect. So in order for you to get the length of your sleeve, you take the measurements of the remaining fabric that is left. Mine is 17 inches. You come in by 1 inch. Then you come in by 1 inch. So this is the 17 inches now. You take your ruler and you rule a straight line down. Okay, so this is our sleeve. Then you come down by 1 inch. So you mark a 1 inch here. This is for our shoulder slope. Okay, so you connect it to this 3 inches. So you connect it to your neckline. This is it. This is the sleeve. You connect it down to your neckline. Because of how big you want your sleeve to be, this bust line that we kept here is not relevant for the dress. Okay, so for the sleeve, I'm coming down by 11 inches. You connect it. Can you see it? 11 inches here. So on the waist now, you take your waist measurement and your hip measurement. Okay, so the bust is not, we don't necessarily need the bust, but I just use it as guide. The waist measurement I'm using is 40 divided by 4 is going to give me 10. So I'll mark my 10 here. Okay, so after you marked your 10, you're adding 6 inches to it. Okay, so I mark my 6 inches. Then you connect now. Can you see what I'm doing? After marking your 6 inches now, you can come in by 1 inch from this part. You connect it. This is the shoulder. Come down by 11 inches and you mark. This is for the sleeve because I want it to be a bit big. Then for the waist measurement was 10 inches. Okay, so I marked the 10 inches here. Then I added 6 inches, 1 inch for sewing allowance, then the other 5 inch is for ease to make it free because it's a free dress. Then I connected it. I came in from the sleeve. Now I came in by 1 inch, which is this. Then I connected it down to the waist. Okay, but if you don't want it this way, if you don't want to connect it directly to the waist, what you are going to do, you connect it directly to the hip. Okay, let me show you what to do if you want to connect it directly to the hip. It's a bubu dress, so you can do different style to make yours. So for the hip, I'm using 11.5. Mark your 11.5, then you add 6 inches. This 6 inches, you connect it to your sleeve from here to here. This one now that we have, the total for our hip is 17.5. So you can connect it now if you don't want it this way and connect to directly from your waist to your hip. You connect it this way, so you can use this and make different pattern, or you connect it this way, or you take your ruler now and you connect it this way. Okay, it depends on you, or you can also do it this way. Can you see what I'm doing? I took my curve ruler and I curve it directly to this place. So this is it. So we've gotten like 3 styles in one. Okay, you can just take your straight ruler and just draw it down to this point, or you curve it a bit and give extra space for the waist, or you curve it in like this, or you take your ruler and you don't want here to be a bit big, so you can just do it this way, but cutting it. Okay, so it all depends on you, on what you want. With this you can make different styles of bubu. So that was why I just drew these lines to give you an idea on how to make different bubus this way. But for mine, I'll be using the ruler to roll it down. Okay, so you come this way and you connect, then you connect it down to your hem line. So you come to the bottom of your fabric. Remember we have 17.5. Okay, so you mark 17.5 at the bottom of your dress. So you connect it. And so this is it. This is our bubu dress, and let's cut it out. Please remember that while cutting out your shoulder, you give half an inch for sewing allowance. This is it. This is the neckline, and this is how it looks after cutting it out. Okay, so you separate your back from your front. This is our back. We are not going to do anything with it. Okay, so this is how it looks. This is the back. Can you see this? How the back is. You keep the back aside and cut out the front neckline. Okay, this is our front now. You are going to come down by 8 inches. I marked it, then I came in by half an inch. You take your ruler and you connect it from the shoulder down. After connecting it with your ruler, you cut it out. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. We've gotten our front now. You take it to your sewing machine and join these parts together. Okay, you stitch it down to where you want your slit to stop. After stitching it down, you can fold it this way, or you take it to your interlocking machine, and after locking it, you fold it this way and give it a press, then you stitch it down this way. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. You're going to fold it in and you're going to stitch it to this part. The same thing with this. So first of all, take it to your sewing machine, join this part, then join your shoulder together, your front and your back shoulders together. I've joined the shoulder and the neck. This is the neck now, the front neckline, and I've joined the front part. Okay, then for the slit, I took the measurement from the hem, then I stopped at 20 inches. Okay, from down upwards, and I stopped at 20 inches. Then you take it and you see what I did, right? So this is how it is. This is how the slit, this is how you do your slit. For you to make it to stay, you have to take it to your ironing table and put your hemming gum. So this is my hemming gum now. I'll take it this way and fold it this way. Okay, then press it. That is, you do that after you've hemmed this place. Okay, or weave it. You can either hem it or weave it. You press it and it's going to be this way. Let's come to the neckline and do our neck. You take your tape and you measure for us to get this round for our neck and the design. Okay, so you take your tape now and you measure it. The total I'm having is 32.5. okay, so you can come here and open it a bit. Okay, so after opening it now, I have 32.5. then I'm going to cut out 34 inches. Take your tape now. For the design for your front, it all depends on what you want. Okay, you can make it square, you can make it just have different shape. So from here, from this neckline now, you take it to where you want it to stop, because we are stopping that neck design here and we'll attach the other part. I'm making it 12 inches. So this is how it's going to be, 12 inches. So from here to this part. Okay, for your design for the front of the dress, you take a paper and you cut out what you want. Okay, so the length I'm using, the wideness I'm using is 11.75. you can make it 12 when cutting your Aso Oke. So, or you can make it 12 when cutting the pattern you want to use. So then the length is 12 inches, so it's 12 by 12. Then I gave it a curve here. Okay, I gave it a bit of curve here, so I'm going to fold it now this way. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm folding it this way, and I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so this is it. this is the design. So in order for you to get yours, you can just come down. It all depends on you. You can do different design for yours. Just be creative. I came down by 7. Use. So let me show you what I mean. Can you see it? Was 3 inches. Okay, so I took the curve now and I gave it a curve 3 inches. So you can do the same. Then when you are done giving it that curve, you fold it into 2 like what I did, and you cut it equal. Okay, you cut out the other part. So this is it. You can decide to do different method. You can come here now and take your curve ruler, give it a curve this way. And it will be like this. Okay, this part will be a B curve, this part will be V. Or you can come this way to have that V shape. Okay, so it all depends on what you want to do. You can now make it this way and you put it on your dress. Okay, but I'm doing mine this way. I want it to have this curve. Then you can even do it this way safe. You put it, let this part be the upper part, here will be the curve, and you can be creative and put it as pocket for yours. Okay, so just be creative for your own design. Do something unique for yours. Okay, so let's cut it out with our Aso Oke. Add half an inch for sewing allowance. I cut out 17.5 inches for the built-up collar for our dress. Take it to your ironing table and iron it just like what I did mine. Then you take your design and you attach it. So you start this way. You pin it round, take it to your sewing machine and stitch it round. After stitching it round, I'll show you what to do next. Don't joining it together. You give it a notch on both sides and you cross it. Okay, so you cross it this way and take it to your sewing machine and stitch on top of it. Okay, so after stitching it, we'll pin the design to the front of the dress. So take yours to the sewing machine and stitch. After you've tucked it in like this, you take it now and you attach your design. But before doing that, can you see what I did? So you place it on top and you stitch it round. Okay, so but before stitching it round now, you come this way, fold it half an inch, just fold it round and use your hemming gum to gum it. After gumming it, you can now attach it to your dress. Find the midpoint, then attach it to this line. Can you see it? So let this be our guide from this part down to this part. Okay, so this is our guide for attaching it. You fold it in half an inch and you stitch it round. I'm going to do that and show you how it looks. Then after stitching it round, I'm going to do that and show you how it looks. To attach the design, you iron it half an inch. Then I use my hemming gun to make it stay. Then I pin it to the fabric. I folded it into 2 and find the midpoint. So you do yours the same thing. Fold it into 2 and find the midpoint and pin it. Okay, after pinning it, you take your hemming gun and you place it on your fabric. Make sure it's very straight for the other side. So after placing it, now you press it and it's going to give you that fitting. Then once you stitch, it's going to be easy. It won't be moving while you are stitching. Okay, that is the purpose for the hemming gun. After you've put the hemming gun and you've ironed it, you take your applique, you see this now, and you place it this way. You are going to stitch it together. Once I'm done, I'll show you how it looks. After you are done with this, you come to the sleeve. This is the sleeve, right? I took the measurement of the sleeve circumference and mine was 22 inches. Okay, so I cut out 2 pieces of Aso Oke. Fold it half an inch on both sides, then join it to your sleeve. Use one part to turn out the other part of the sleeve. When I'm done stitching and joining everything, I'm going to show you how it looks before I put it on my mannequin. Okay, so this is how it looks when I finish stitching it. Then this is the sleeve. Okay, so I added to the sleeve. I'm thinking of adding to the neck, but I don't know. I'll decide later if I want to. So join the 2 sides together, and this is our slits and this is our dress. Let me put it on my mannequin and show you how it looks. Please guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching today's tutorial. Bye guys.